Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, joining us through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome Roselyn Sanchez to our program today. She's an actress that's been a part of probably some of your favorite projects, but most recently you've seen her, of course, on Fantasy Island on Fox. They're now celebrating their new season. I'm going to talk to Roselyn not only about the success of the show, but also what she's looking forward to that you guys can enjoy for this season as well. Roselyn, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, the pleasure's definitely all mine. Roselyn, you've had such a remarkable career being able to bring different types of characters to life. So what has it been like for you to see the response to Elena in Fantasy Island?
I love it. So happy, so honored, to be honest with you. It's such a beloved IP, and to be able to continue the legacy that Ricardo Montalban did so well. It's been an incredible experience for me, and I love reading and listening to the feedback and how people enjoy this new reimagining of the show. And we got a pick for a second season. Hopefully it's going to continue for many more seasons, and it's been awesome. And I get to go back home, go back to Puerto Rico and shoot, you know?
Yeah, I love that. And one thing, of course, anyone who follows you online, Roselyn, knows, I mean, of course, family is a big part of your life, but also just being able, as I mentioned, to bring different types of roles to life and to be able to share in different ways. I mean, could you have imagined when you began this acting journey that this would be the life you're able to live?
No, you know, you always have dreams, especially me. I left Puerto Rico at 21 years old with this massive ambition and dream to be able to make it in Hollywood and act and perform and be on stage and play all kinds of characters. But it's a lottery. You know, this business is very difficult. And you never know. So I've been really lucky to be able to play so many different roles, for the most part all educated Latinas, you know, like really powerful women. And this one here is testament of that incredible journey, you know, that I get to be a part of a remake that was incredibly successful. I'm playing such an awesome character. Elena Rourke is complicated, is challenging, she's different, she's so unique, she's just complicated as an actress. You know, as an actor, that's a dream, to be able to play a role that scares you.
Yeah. I love you said that, Roselyn, because I think with Elena, especially in season one, I think, you know, and I've heard other actors talk about characters being like an onion, right, and peeling back those layers. Is that's what's been enjoyable for you as we've gotten to know her, for you also be able to peel back those layers and to bring those layers to life?
It has, you know, especially because it's a big responsibility. I'm playing a role that was created by somebody else successfully. So I'm not going to lie, at the beginning I was like, how can I pull this off and try to eliminate as many comparisons as possible? You know, I want to pay tribute to what Montalban did, but I want to do it different enough so people appreciate that I brought something to the table. So it's been a constant discovery. I'm still discovering who she is, you know. It's like the writers give me a lot, but not a lot at the same time, you know. It's like they want to keep it mysterious, and they want me to be in this constant search for honesty. So it's been a trip. It's been an incredible trip to get to know her, to fall in love with her. You know, my whole goal since the very beginning was I want to keep the audience guessing, is she supernatural? Is she even human? No, she is very, very much human. But let's keep her like she's untouchable and not very accessible, but at the same time I want to be her best friend and hug her. You know, I want to take the audience through this journey, and it's been difficult, but I think at the end of the day, people are getting it, and they love the character, which means a lot to me.
Roselyn, the other thing I noticed, too, of course, you've been talking about on social, you know, about Season 2 of Fantasy Island. Of course, we can watch that on Fox, but also just kind of keeping them up on other projects, too, right? One thing I noticed is your engagement with your fans and the fans, how they're not only celebrating you, but it's very obvious for some that they're inspired by you. How does that feel to know that this path that you've been on, as you mentioned, even with the challenges, has been inspiring to others to show them what they can do?
It's incredible. I pinch myself every single day saying, oh, my God, I must have done something really right to have these females, you know, more than anything. Like, they write me a lot of guest stars on the show that come in. They're so honored and so happy to be working with me, and it shocks me because I just go, oh, but I look up to you. What do you mean?
Right.
It's like, I'm happy to be working with you. And it's beautiful, but people, like, I'm walking down the street, I have people telling me, you're such an inspiration. I named my daughter after you. That brings me to tears. It's incredible to be able to know that you inspire people. When I left my country at 21 years old, I was very ambitious, and I wanted to do this for me. And the fact that I'm able to inspire, and all these little girls are able to have the courage to pack their bags and move to the States and follow their dreams, and they see me as a testament that it's possible, it's a beautiful thing that I don't take for granted.
Yeah. And outside of even what we're able to see when it comes to characters you brought to life, Roselyn, I have to mention this. I mean, also there's the podcast that I found out about last year. Talk to us about that, what that's been like for you to see how that audience has grown, even with that and the conversations you've been able to have there.
It's so awesome. He said, Ella Dijo, that's the name of the podcast. I do it with my husband. It's been 2 years now. It started as a little bit of an experiment of, like, you know what, we got offered to do a reality show about two actors biracial, like a biracial couple, and we passed. We didn't want to have something so intrusive, to have cameras inside our home, it feels like a lot. And then iHeart called us saying, would you do a podcast, and that felt a little easier, a little bit more comfortable, not as intrusive, but it started more as let's talk about pop culture, and let's just have your point of view and my point of view, because we're so incredibly different as people, culturally and as people. And it has become such a release and almost like going to therapy. Now we're comfortable talking about anything, and we do it with humor, and people have such a laugh, and I absolutely love it.
Love that. So our audience, if you all are following her on Instagram, you definitely make sure you guys check out the podcast as well. Last thing I want to ask you, Roselyn, because we do appreciate the time. We know you have a crazy busy schedule. When it comes to this season of Fantasy Island, should our audience expect a lot of surprises this season?
Surprises and fun, and it's provocative, but it's done with humor and a really compelling storylines. We do 13 episodes this season. We have fantastic guest stars. Every show gets better and better. The first season was very special and so well done, well produced. This one, we took it up a notch. I think the island looks stunning. The stories have more substance. I am very proud of the show. I think it's uplifting. It's about wish fulfillment. It's the kind of TV that we need to be watching and we crave, because everything in the world is so chaotic at the moment. And it's good to once in a while just go and sit down for an hour and not have to think a lot and just feel and laugh and cry and just have a good time. And that's what Fantasy Island offers.
Love that. So make sure you guys are checking out Fantasy Island on Fox on Mondays. Check your local listing for our audience here, of course, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But definitely make sure you guys do check it out on Fox and, of course, stream it the next day on Hulu. Again, everyone, Roselyn Sanchez has been our guest. Roselyn, really appreciate the time. Thank you so much, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, you as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Then let's go make today amazing. Take care.